in the morning. It gap up, went all the way to a high one of 11, and then dipped down to 8. And then at the market open, it a crazy move. So my trade on it was buying, trying to like buy the bounce and then risk the low. I watched KODK pre-market, and then when it started making this wick to the one 915, I should have entered at like 925, risking with 915. Really regret it because the next minute it spiked from 949 all the way to 1073. Well, just to get halted, and then after the 5 minute halt, it resumed higher to it resumed at 1099. It moved, did a quick move to 1144, and then it's ended on this candle. On this red candle is 79, and the next thing you know, it did like a very big drop from 1081 all the way to 980. So that's like a 1 minute. That's like a $1 per share drop in 1 minute. It did like a tiny bounce. So on this green candle where I got in. What I should have done was bought it closer to the 980. I bought it for cents, 40 cents away from it. So basically, I bought it like very close to the top, risking 980. So I was risking 40 cents. My goal was for it to come back up again and then sell into it. The bad part was it never went back up. It went to 1037, and then it hit my risk, and I got out. I was only in for with 5 shares. Still, it was a chase of the bounce. So yeah, I lost like 4% here, and then it rebounces of 940. It's a nice 30%, not 30%. It's a nice 30 cents a share move, 30 to 40 cents a share move. I enter on this candle, thinking that it's gonna break VWAP, and then it's gonna go back to the 10. I entered at 975. My mistakes was going with 10 shares. I should just stay with 5 shares because it's not at the ideal support area. It is a resistance area, but it was not ideal support. It was the ideal support was the previous low, was by the previous low at like 915, because that was where the crazy move happened at the market open. So a lot of people will be watching it. A lot of people will be watching that area and then buying that area. And so my risk was 950. Not 950. My risk was 960. Yeah, I was risking like the start of the. I was risking basically this candle. So the support area, and then it hit my risk and I got out. I got back in when it bounced off of the low of 915. I got in like a bit late. I got in at 940. To start off, my risk at that time when I first entered with 10 shares was 915. My goal was to sell into the $10 area. And then it dipped on me to the 930. Afterward, I moved my risk up to 930. So now I'm risking 8 cents. The goal is still selling to the $10 area. The stock did a quick move to the 60, and that gave me confirmations that maybe it can move higher. If it dropped below if it hit 930, I'm gonna get out. If it move higher, I'm gonna stay. So later on, the stock did go to like a 990, but at that point, I decided to sell half my share size. So I sold five shares, and the stock was yeah, the stock was having a resistance at 990, resistance at 990, and then it made a higher low to 951, and that is when I moved my risk to 951. So that is when the trade become stress free, really, because no matter whether it go up or down, if it hit my risk, I'm getting out. I'm gonna make like 10 cents a share if I cut my losses. If not, I can make more if it just go to my target. So yeah, it later did break 990 to like 995, 996, 998, but then it did like a very quick pullback to have a fake out at VWAP. So it made another higher low. So now I move my risk up to 966, 970, 966. So if it hit again, I'm gonna cut my losses. As long as it's constantly making higher low, I'm gonna keep it until it hit my target. My target was the 10 area, the $10 area. So I held onto 5 shares, and then on this green candle, it, it had a very quick spike, and then I sold 2 shares at 993, just just to basically taking profits. And then it did a very quick move. It did a very quick spike to like the 910 area. Yeah, it did a quick spike to the 910 area, and then that's when I sold all my shares. I sold all the last 3 shares at 1018. It did go higher to like 1030, but just based on the price, just based on the chart, I took the meat of I took the meat of the move on this play. Later on, the stock just keep dipping. It did present a good buy opportunity down here at the bounce again at 920, but it's only made like 40%, 40 cents move. It dip and it break um the support at 19. So at that area, it breaks a support. It flushes down to like a 877, tiny bounce, and then later if it went down further to like a 820, and it did like, have a nice 80 cents move, 80 cents a share move from the low to the high of this area right here. But I already stopped trading, so yeah, I already stopped trading at that point. And then it has been at $8 a share area around there for the rest of the day. It could come back up to probably the 9. if momentum at 2 o'clock if the momentum is still there. And then yeah, let's check NYO. M- NYO my was on my watch was the main watch from yesterday, and then in the morning I switched from NYO to Kodak KODK. It did present some very nice dip buying opportunities. If I wasn't paying attention to Kodak, I might have bought around like the $5 area, risking like 490 for yeah, risking the 490 on this higher low move. It did have like a very nice 10%. Yeah, it did have a very very nice 10% move to the 560 before actually coming down. But yeah, missed it, so don't chase it. When I actually saw it, it was around here. That's why I stopped trading Kodak. It was around here. It was really up so high. I don't want to trade it anymore. Don't want to give back any more profits. And so I stopped trading. Yeah, and that is my trade recap. Oh yeah, so my trade mistakes was chasing the bounce and not having a tight, not having tight risk, especially on my first entry. My first entry, my mistakes was chasing the bounce. It's already up 40 cents. That's like a 4 to 5% bounce already. So that's like half a dollar. If it's yeah, not a not a good risk to reward because it's only like $1 to $2 ups. One to two risk re- uh risk reward ratios. The good thing is I cut my losses, so that's good. My s- my second trade, I should have went with 10 shares. Stay with 5 shares, and then let it like come to support and then go bigger. And then my third trade, it was also another chase. Even though I made all my losses and a bit more, it was a chase because the risk wasn't tight enough. My original risk was 912, 913, 915. Yeah. So average gain for today was $1.33. My biggest winner was on this move from 940 to 10. That's at the, my average sell was at 57 cents a share. Still pretty good, but yeah, just had to keep my losses smaller. Just had to keep my losses smaller because smaller losses and bigger wins will make a bigger win. So, yeah, and have a good afternoon. Happy trading.